Hi guys, today we're going to react to Facts by Tom MacDonald featuring Ben Shapiro. This is a PayPal request by Todd Braley. Thank you, Todd, very much.
Thanks, Todd. Todd is a very good friend of mine and also a collaborator with MyIndie Productions. It's a bit of a new one for us. We generally don't really do these types of songs that have sort of political edge to them, but let's find out. We try to stay non-political on the show. Today, both Asaf and I are embracing our inner and outer old man and are both wearing our reading glasses.
Getting old sucks. Here we go.
They call me offensive, controversial. It's only two genders, boys and girls. They can't cancel my message because I'm the biggest independent rapper in the whole freaking world. Claim that I'm racist, yeah, alright. I'm not ashamed because I'm white. If every Caucasian's a bigot, I guess every Muslim's a terrorist. Every liberal is right. I don't want to talk to folks who don't get it. Go woke, go broke, no hope, it's pathetic. Pro-choice, pronouns, pro-love, you're progressive. But you ain't pro-gun, no one to protect it. Where the American flags at? Remember when people would hang those? They've been taken down, they all been replaced with BLM flags or a rainbow. This ain't rap, this ain't money, cars and clothes. We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets. You defunded the police, now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself what would Ben do.
I've heard a few Tom MacDonald songs before. He's a very proficient rapper and he's a great musician, and the video looks awesome, especially because I know that he produces all of his own stuff. He has almost no outside assistance. It's very impressive. Regarding the message, he's very clear in his stance with all that's going on in the world. It's not ambiguous. He's saying what he believes in. That was always a staple in his work.
I am not terribly familiar with Tom MacDonald's music. I have heard bits and pieces, but not full songs here and there. It's not my favorite style of music, in all honesty. This song, it's not bad. I do like rap, but I prefer my rap maybe to be a bit more sort of hardcore. Today's rap, I think, is a little bit more of a mainstream sound, which is fine. You know, people are into that. That's cool. The one thing I know about Tom MacDonald, which I really respect, is the whole independent thing. He does it with no label, does it by himself, and he's pretty much created a bit of an empire in that way, which is fantastic. I mean, when looking at it from our side of things as sort of independent filmmakers, it's what we're trying to do with film. And he's gone a long way in what he does. Full kudos to him, full respect. As far as his political message and Ben Shapiro's political stance as well, I know that they are roughly sort of on the same side of things. I do agree with some of their opinions and I don't agree with others. So it's not like I'm a huge fan or anything, and I'm not a hater either. I sort of take what I agree with and what makes sense to me, and I sort of ignore the rest. People are allowed to have an opinion. So this is a bit of a sort of strange one. I like the structure and the lyrics and everything. As far as the music itself, it's okay. There's good beats in there. He's a good rapper. I'm enjoying it so far.
I want to say there's a line there that caught my attention. A lot of lines there caught my attention, but I'll just mention the ones that stood out more than others. He says right when he starts, they can't cancel my message because I'm the biggest independent rapper in the whole freaking world, because he's not dependent on entities that hire him. He's his own kingdom. So that's why they can't cancel him. As long as he has an audience, he's got a stage, he can perform. That's power you can't buy.
Yeah, he's got a massive audience. So
yeah, another line that caught my attention. He says, I'm not ashamed because I'm white. If every Caucasian's a bigot, I guess every Muslim's a terrorist. Every liberal is right. I don't want to talk to folks who don't get it. He's actually calling out a very strong double standard and what happens when a white person says something as opposed to what happens when a person of color says something. Those are the two that caught my attention. And the chorus. This ain't rap. This ain't money, cars, and clothes. This ain't selling drugs. We ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns. Ain't promoting stripper poles. We don't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. He's actually criticizing what is perceived to be acceptable rap. He's not all those things that usually stigmatize rappers.
It's not even just rappers. He's talking about promoting stripper poles. That's even music like R&B, that kind of style. So he's basically saying in other music, which includes rap and R&B and whatever, there are these messages that we are not pushing here. Our message is a little bit more maybe wholesome, he's saying, or something like that. At a better moral stand, let's say.
With that chorus, to me at least, he's winking at his enemies because he's got a lot of people who dislike him, but he's saying, what am I saying that's so horrible? While you're praising songs that promote real crime and depravity.
That part is actually the pre-chorus. The chorus chorus goes into, I don't care if I offend you, I was put here to upset you. You can cry, you can scream, you can riot in the streets. You defunded the police. Now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself, what would Ben do? Referring to Ben Shapiro. They showed him on the TV at that point as well. And like I said, a lot of it I agree with. He's also coming at it from a patriotic stance, talking about the flag, how people used to hang those on their houses. And now it's BLM flags and rainbow flags.
Yeah, yeah. American flags are offensive all of a sudden.
Yeah, as I see it, it doesn't mean that there's necessarily anything wrong with putting up those flags. But why is it wrong to put up the American flag all of a sudden? A lot of it, he talks about gender politics, about all kinds of stuff that goes with the division that exists between people today as far as disagreement on all these things. Personally, as I see it, I don't see all of this as such a big deal. I think it's okay for people to think whatever they think, but the problem is that the extremists, I guess, from either side are trying to push this down everybody's throat. And that's really the problem. You know, people are being forced into thinking a certain way when you don't really think it. So it's like, okay, I'm vibing to this, to a lot of it, let's say. I don't fully agree with everything he says, but I do agree with most of it, and I agree with the sentiment to a point. And I'm very curious to hear Ben Shapiro's part in this, because that's really a massive curiosity as to what he's going to sound like. He has the right voice for it, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of rappers who have that kind of voice, you know, even like an Eminem kind of, that kind of area. But obviously he's not a rapper, so it's interesting to see how he's going to take to this. So yeah, we're going to find out soon enough.
Yeah, from what I know about Ben Shapiro, I think the one thing I know that might help him rap is that he can talk really fast.
Yeah, I saw that in interviews.
I'm also in line with a lot of what Tom MacDonald is singing about. As you, I do not agree with every little thing, but I think that it needs to be said at least once. We need to draw the line where we recognize that none of us are U.S. citizens, and there's a limit to what we can perceive to be some sort of objective truth. We don't live in the U.S. We don't know what it's like there. So I would like the same courtesy for other nations to have towards me and where I live, but keep that in mind. Yeah.
It's not even American citizens or not. It's about American politics, which we're not part of. But a lot of this is kind of the same worldwide. Some of it is not. Yeah. Some of it is more specific to the US. So,
Let's just keep it real facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man. I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke, homie, no cap. Look at the graphs. Look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and cars. You going to prison, I'm on television. Dogs, no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section all woke Karens. And I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. Nikki, take some notes. I just did this for fun. All my people download this. Let's get a Billboard #1.
This ain't rap, this ain't money, cars and clothes. We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets. You defunded the police, now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself, what would Ben do? Let's just keep it real facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man. I'm the man who don't respect you. You mad, you mad, you mad. I guess it's cool to be the victim. Well, I'ma be the man. You sad, you sad, you sad. You just try to get attention, being triggered's all you have. You mad, you mad, you mad. You blame everybody else for every problem that you can. You sad, you sad, you sad. I will never say I'm sorry, I ain't taking nothing back.
So he's basically saying he doesn't respect liberal, left, woke culture, cancel culture, whatever else is happening in the world. He is taking a stance.
He doesn't mean that's my thing, I don't respect you. He's talking to the people who demand respect but won't reciprocate with anyone who has beliefs that are different than theirs.
Been actually waiting to hear this, and now we can comment on it. But to my personal taste in rap voices, Ben Shapiro is more my kind of rap. He's actually very good. His voice is very suited for that kind of style. Like I said, it's like Eminem Eminem, something that's a bit more nasally and a bit more kind of high pitched, which works. I do like rap, by the way, and my favorite rapper all time is Ice Cube, older Ice Cube, but well, younger Ice Cube, let's say. His voice is kind of more deep and aggressive and that, but I really liked it. It really worked for me. There were other rappers that I liked at that time, Dr. Dre and others, but this type of voice is completely different. It's one that I really like. So here, I'm actually really loving the Ben Shapiro parts. As far as the lyrics that Ben Shapiro goes through, I'm not sure who wrote them. Is it Ben Shapiro or is it Tom MacDonald or did somebody else write this or whatever? It would be interesting to know if he's rapping his own words.
At first glance, it looks like Tom MacDonald wrote Ben's lyrics.
I would tend to agree with that. I think Tom MacDonald wrote them because I don't see Ben Shapiro writing, "My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat, homie, I'm epic, don't be a WAP." I'm not sure if you know what a WAP is, and I'm not sure who in the audience knows, but if you don't, look it up, because I'm not going to say it on here. But that doesn't sound like something that Ben Shapiro would say, is what I'm saying. But yeah, it's interesting. Dog, it's a yarmulke, homie, no cap.
No cap is I'm not lying, and no cap, and it's a yarmulke.
Yeah. Yarmulke is the head cover, the Jewish head cover.
He says, "You're blowing money on strippers and cars. You're going to prison. I'm on television." That's his stance, as opposed to the type of rappers who push life of crime and drugs and hoes and all that. It's like they're at war with people who do that type of music, but have 180 degrees different values than they have.
I don't know if it's actually necessarily directed at other rappers. I think it's directed at people maybe who like rap and who compare Tom MacDonald or whatever to that. I mean, obviously it's not Ben Shapiro. This is the first time Ben Shapiro is doing this, but it really is about like comparing core values in a way. But again, Ben Shapiro doesn't come from that world.
He says, "My comment section all woke Karens, and I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. Nikki, take some notes. I just did this for fun. All my people download this. Let's get a Billboard #1. I assume he means Nicki Minaj. I don't know why. I don't know any other Nicki. He said, "I did this for fun." Me rapping and me saying what I'm about, it's just a hobby for me. I'm not even a rapper. And yet I know how to handle my money. He's talking about financial education here.
My favorite part in all of that is you all live with your parents. Like, I'm making racks of compound interest and you all live with your parents. But okay.
I will never say I'm sorry, I ain't taking nothing back. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream. You can riot in the streets. You defunded the police. Now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself, what would Ben do? Let's just keep it real, facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect you.
Video by Nova Rockefeller.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but it's a very fine looking video. Facts don't care about your feelings. That's a Ben Shapiro staple. People don't like that when you say that. Facts are more important than emotions. I can respect that, of course.
I can relate to that because I am more on a sort of a logical side. I know that there is a place for feelings in any kind of discussion, but if you let your feelings overtake the discussion, then it's no longer logical and it generally makes no sense. And what is happening today, like I said, with any extremists on either side, when they get into some kind of a discussion and it turns into an argument, you no longer have a discussion because everybody just wants to be right, and it doesn't matter, they're not listening to the other side because of their feelings. I definitely would tend to agree with that part. And the song itself, All Up, it's a little bit strange because I see a little bit of a contradiction here because it talks about offending and it says, I was put here to upset you. But the song itself, musically, it's maybe the least upsetting rap song around. It's only the text. And the text is a commentary on sort of various political and social issues that people may agree with, they may not. I don't think it matters. I think you can still listen to someone who has any kind of opinion and respect their right to their opinion. In this case, if people find this song offensive, I think they may be going too far and looking for something to get offended by. And if people find it the other way, it's the same thing. People who are extreme will always find something. The same as I'm sure that people will watch this episode of ours and attack us for it in some way, and others will not. It's just how it works today, social media.
Yeah. In it, that is, the song is not that offensive, and he's saying he's here to offend, he's here to upset you. He's already been tested when he expressed his opinions, and the people he's actually talking about marked him as a problematic person, decided that he's bad news. So he's saying, I'm here to upset you. He knows who he's talking to. People already decided that whatever comes out of his mouth, now he's Tom MacDonald, he's automatically a bad person because he doesn't agree with us. So in that sentence, with the song not being that offensive, he knows that people already dislike him because of who he is.
And symbolically, it's an interesting thing because you have a song here where you have two people who are performing it. One of them looks like, say, a musician, a rapper, or he might even look like some kind of a rock star with the tattoos, the grill, you know, in the teeth, just the overall look. It's like a rougher look. And then you have the other guy who's basically a religious family man and a political analyst, I guess. So they look completely different, but they're singing the same song with similar opinions. To me, symbolically, that's interesting. I like that. It's like saying, you know, people can be different and have similar opinions. You can have the same on the other side. I don't actually mind that at all. And also, I think that those two don't agree on everything, but they kind of come together on what they do agree on, which is cool.
It's enough that you have some shared values. You can keep people in your life. People who don't agree with your opinions aren't automatically the devil. You're not supposed to shun them and shame them in social media. I think that's the true message in so many words.
The one thing that's a little bit strange is I know that Ben Shapiro once said something about rap, which was kind of disparaging to rap, that it's not music and all the rest of it, yet he is doing this. So that's kind of cool because maybe he's changed his mind and maybe not. I just thought it's worth mentioning.
They found common ground.
Overall, I did enjoy this, and I just want to say again, thank you to Todd Braley for the PayPal request. We really like this one. That was fun.
Yep. Thanks a lot, Todd. We really enjoyed reacting to this song. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you'll get notified on all our future videos. If you have a request you'd like bumped up the line, please make it through Buy Me a Coffee. All contributions are, of course, very much appreciated. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time. His voice is super powerful. I love their music video styles. It's all dark and serious, and it kind of gets under your skin.
They do have this kind of style that they like, which is very kind of black, white, gray kind of look. And also there's a lot of drama. Thanks a lot, guys. We appreciate you as always, and we will be back in a couple of days with a new episode. So we hope to see you then. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.